Hello, welcome back to Morgane Speaks, my tarot channel. I have, well, I started this channel when I was on break from grad school, and I underestimated how much time it was going to take me to adapt to being back in school and and maintaining a schedule. So I'm slowly trying to get back into doing things that I want to do by choice, and this is one of them. Luckily for me, one of the values of my university is othered ways of knowing, like intuition, embodied knowledge, and things like that. So to that end, I feel like tarot is beneficial. I mean, nothing really forces you to use your intuition quite like tarot does. Anyways, with that explanation of why I've been gone, let's get started with this Celtic cross. I've decided to not do zodiac signs right now, but rather let the messages find the people that they resonate with. So whatever this is titled, I'm hoping that activated your intuition. So yeah, that's an exciting thing to do, activating my own intuition through reading the cards and activating my subscribers' intuition by forcing you to see yourself in a YouTube video or not. Okay, is that enough of an intro? Let's get going. What's the situation? We have the King of Wands. So being a visionary for the future, a visionary for the future, but also perhaps letting pride get in the way. Maybe holding on to things longer than they should be held on for. I have certainly done that in the past. Spent a lot of years and money holding on to ideas, investing a lot, and then because of that investment, being afraid to let go. But let's keep going. In the challenge position, we have the Lovers. I see more and more often across the gender spectrum, especially in, like I lived in, especially in the circles that I am in. Like I lived in New York City for a while, I lived in Madrid for a while, and that's much different than my family who lives in other places. But in the circles that I run in across the gender spectrum, I see people kind of feeling like they need to have their life in order before they can have a serious relationship. So that could be the case. Perhaps you are someone who is really focused on your passions. Like, yeah, and I'm starting to get like an entrepreneur energy off of this one. Really building your empire, really focused on that. And then perhaps, actually, what I'm getting off of this one is that someone has come back. I don't know, I'm not quite sure why I'm getting that off of this, but I am getting a returning love relationship, and that is challenging because you have wanted, perhaps even made a conscious decision to put all of your attention into your business or whatever passionate enterprise that you're in, and then somebody has come back and they're wanting to claim some of that energy that you have already assigned to something else. Influencing energy is the Empress. So yeah, definitely in this abundant creative flow, the Empress does not need like the Empress and the Emperor do not need each other, right? So you're someone who is very abundant, very creative in the process of birthing something, whatever it is that you're passionate about. Wondering if there is space to open up to your lover. I've got my window open. I hope these cards don't go flying. We shall see. All right, relevant past is the King of Coins. This is what prompted you to go into this energy. The King of Pentacles is very much about our resources, finances, building stability, having a really strong foundation. And it was from this place of wanting a strong foundation that you made the decision to make it yourself on your own terms. As opposed to following a road that someone else has created, you decided to build a strong foundation. Like you don't want a cookie cutter home, to use that metaphor. You wanted to build your own. Maybe an earth ship or like a cob home or something like that. Something bespoke for you, your life, your dreams. Exiting energy is the Magician. I'm pausing because I'm trying to imagine why this is the exiting energy, because I feel that I would imagine that this is very much prevalent in your life at this moment. But I think what it is that the Magician is limitless potential. There's a quote that I love. And I don't remember who said it. When nothing is sure, everything is possible. And that was really my mantra for quite some time. And then I started to see the shadow side of that. Like everything is possible, and it's almost like shiny object syndrome, constantly never making a choice, and then like limitless possibilities, but nothing ever actually gets done. And so I think that's why this is on the exit. You have this. I'm using this as a weight for the cards, if you're wondering why I'm holding up my earphones. Yes, you, in this energy of wanting to build a foundation, you decided that you didn't want a cookie cutter life, and so literally you had limitless possibilities, and then you went into your visionary current energy and you narrowed down to one vision, and that's why the Magician is on the exit. Okay, shit, I'm looking at my desk. What else can I use as a weight here? In any case, the immediate future, we get the Three of Swords. So it does look like the way that your energy is going right now is rejecting this. And I mean, this is one of the beautiful things about tarot, is that it, you know, it doesn't, tarot is somewhat predictive, right? It shows us the possibilities. Get another rock holder. But it's not set in stone. It's just a potential. And what is showing up for whomever this reading resonates for, currently trying to decide if you have time for relationships, I'm looking at someone who decides that the answer is no, and they regret that decision immensely. But I'm also getting an alternate here. An alternate version of this would be that you do choose to give this person your energy, and they don't understand the passion and attention that you're giving to your current goal. And that feels like a really huge betrayal to you. You feel very misunderstood. So two versions of this. One, someone decides not to give their lover a chance, and they feel like they broke their own heart with that decision. And then the alternate version is that they do give their lover a chance, and there's just, in that version, someone who's, you know, a little bit immature and wants more than you have to give. So if you do give this romantic relationship a try, you know, explain. So many times I feel like the Three of Swords could be avoided through communication. And the swords are about communication. So being really clear and really upfront about your priorities, and setting expectations, because these kinds of things, these are just seasons of our life. They don't last forever. So yeah, maybe for 6 months or a year, you really do have to give 90% of your energy to this, and you only have a small amount of energy to devote to exploring a relationship. And as long as you can be clear on that, I mean, both ways. I think whether you choose to give this relationship a try or not, communicating your reasoning, I think, will transform this Three of Swords. All right. In your strengths is Eight of Wands, communication. Come on. Pardon me. So you are good at communicating. It's just a matter of doing it. It's a matter of taking the action. Just because we're good at doing something doesn't mean that we do it, right? Great. You've got this under control if you use your powers of communication. In the environment, interesting. The Tower, but reversed, which I try to keep my deck all upright, and so it's very extremely rare that I get a reversal. This was some energy. I think I'm looking at somebody whose tower has already happened. And actually that explains a lot about why you're looking to build a foundation, because your foundation was destroyed whenever this tower happened, however long ago in the past this was. And so the environment is one of not a foundation being destroyed, but rather a lack of foundation and a foundation being built. And your hopes and fears, the Five of Wands. Is it all for nothing? I'm trying to explain. One moment. When I say, is it all for nothing? I mean, all of this energy that you are putting into your goals as the King of Wands, masculine or feminine, especially when forging your own path. It's like, I mean, it's what's coming to mind right now for me is I'm in grad school. I go to a school where basically everyone is forging their own path. We don't have a set curriculum. We don't have a set study plan. We created ourselves. And so my focus is embodiment studies. And so not having a prescribed path to follow, it's kind of maze-like. And mazes have dead ends, and then you have to backtrack and choose another path, and you're never quite sure if that's the path that's going to get you to center. And oftentimes those dead ends can feel like wasted time. And sometimes it certainly can be, but I'm more of the mindset, or I try to be of the mindset that there is no such thing as wasted time. Everything teaches us, but you're putting in a lot of effort and are fearful about where you're gonna wind up, which, yeah, I totally get that. So for the outcome, the moon, either you're going to be looking within, or the universe is saying that's not for you to know. However, we are gonna go through and clarify. So we'll see what the universe has to say then. I'm probably not going to be picking up cards to show you as much because I'm trying. Well, is that okay? I guess the breeze is okay now. I've just done some readings for myself and had cards go flying, so I'm a little fearful. Not sponsored, but I absolutely love this Spindrift Sparkling Waters. All right, let's clarify. I'm gonna use the Wild Unknown deck to clarify for you. This is, interestingly, the only tarot deck I have that I've actually been given. I don't know what that has to do with anything, but felt compelled to say it. Okay. So let's take a look, see what we can find out. Why is the King of Wands here? Tell me about the King of Wands. In this reading, I'm not really getting that I'm necessarily telling someone anything that they don't know, but maybe just confirmation, maybe a couple nuggets of advice. I mean, seeing that Three of Swords coming up, that's something, you know, to think about how to navigate. But I definitely get someone who's pretty aware and confident in their current path. Okay, King of Wands is clarified by the Chariot. You're taking a lot. You are in action. You are taking action. You're exploring that maze. You are going. So I'm laughing because then this is like Four of Swords, kind of a little bit at odds with, okay, and then we have the Queen of Cups at the bottom. Yeah, again, getting that, Interesting. Maybe this. So, not on this chariot card, but on many chariot cards, you have the person, the emperor, whomever is leading the chariot. And then there are two animals, two horses, two sphinxes, whatever it is. And it's the emperor's job to keep them in alignment. And already in this reading, we have these two, not opposite directions. They don't have to be opposite directions, but kind of two animals that are not in alignment. We have the work and the passion for work, and then we have the love, emotions, that personal relationship. And perhaps this tower that happened in the past had to do with love, and you're resting and recuperating from that loss, that shock. And I didn't I said I had the feeling that this was a person returning. So perhaps you're even resting and recuperating from this person and using work to kind of, I know there's a very obvious word for this, but I can't think of it right now, to not avoid, but to not think about the heartbreak. So we have forward, part of you moving forward and part of you needing to rest. And so that's kind of a little bit challenging when you think about the chariot moving. The workhorse is really supporting the emotion horse right now, compensating. All right, the lovers. Why is the lovers here? Why do we have the lovers? Tell me about the lovers. Why is the lovers here? It is nice to have that breeze coming in because I do not have air conditioning. Though for like the first week that I opened my window, I put salt across the windowsill, not thinking about the wind. So I still have a pretty good line of salt, but definitely covering my desk's a little bit salty too. All right, tell me about the lovers. I think this is some part of what's hidden in the moon because I'm needing to shuffle. And I'm like not feeling anything settling in this deck. Why are the lovers here? Tell me about the lovers. And I feel like some cards are flipping. Come on. Tell me about the lovers. Okay. Knight of Cups tried to come out. Vulnerability. Okay. Judgment. Using your discernment. Yeah, that's what you're struggling with right now. Is this something to explore? Nine of Wands, again, like a past relationship. Is this like, so it's not a new relationship, it's a relationship that comes with baggage. And you're trying to use your discernment. To me, right now, what the Nine of Wands is representing is all of that emotional baggage. And then we have the Two of Pentacles, which is juggling, which is exactly what I was talking about. These, it's like another way of saying these two horses. you're really in your head about this person. Clearly there is love here, emotion here, but you're not sure what to do about it. Okay, why is the Empress here? It's like this tower fell and forced someone to step into their masculine energy. Like when you, like, the Empress is a creator too, but when you think about how the Empress creates, you know, giving birth to a child is often what comes up with the Empress. That's something that just happens naturally, and we don't have to do anything really to make that happen. Yes, we can like take care of ourselves if you are someone with a womb, you know, take care of your body and prenatal exercises and all of that. But as far as the creation process goes, that just happens like magically. Whereas the King of Wands, that masculine type of creation, is a very directed, purposeful, moving pieces, making it happen. So whenever this foundation fell, it forced you to embrace more of that masculine kind of creativity. Nine of Cups, finding your contentment, finding your wish fulfillment, not what other people say it is. And then Five of Cups. Yeah, I feel like this reading is just like confirming everything over and over and over. We have the King of Pentacles showing up at the bottom of the deck. King of Pentacles is in the relevant past. It's like this tower fell and it did, you know, send you into this kind of like self-pitying energy because that sucks. It does. You know, even when it's for our greater good, that doesn't mean that we always welcome it with open arms. But you decided not to sit in that energy, and you decided to chase what it is that you want. You decided to redefine what it is that you want. Redefine what is your wish fulfillment and to go after that. But that doesn't mean that the pain of the loss is gone. All right, King of Coins. Why is the King of Coins here? King of Coins. Why is the King of Coins here? Eight of Wands trying to pop out again. Tell me about the King of Coins. Tell me about the King of Coins. Keep feeling like it's almost there. Come on, universe. Tell us about the King of Coins. It did come out. This is why I don't take flyers, because I'm like, if it wants to come out, it will come out. Eight of Wands, Ace of Wands, the Emperor. Ooh, under that, the Lovers. Under that, the Two of Swords. Under that, the Five of Pentacles. So I think we're getting really clear about what this Tower is. And you have, in this reading, the Tower, it's very interesting to me. The Tower is not showing up as what the important thing is. What's showing up as the important thing in your relevant past is your decision of what to do post-Tower. This shows how quickly it hit. With what I'm drawn to mostly on this card is the lightning bolt, and then, you know, most towers have that lightning bolt somewhere in the imagery. Something happened very fast, and that became a catalyst to build a new foundation and choose a new beginning. And again, just really stepping into that masculine energy. I do like to see, what's interesting to me is the relevant past. Now we have the Emperor down here, but in the influencing energy, we have the Empress. To me, that's really good because it shows a balance of the masculine and feminine energies. Like, you haven't necessarily let the pendulum swing too far, because it's not, everyone has a mix of masculine and feminine, and it's not good to be only one or only the other. We need both. Tell me about the Magician, the exiting energy. Why is the Magician here? Death. After death comes rebirth. And yeah, again, I'm just drawn to, like, with that card trying to pop out, like, if you believe in past lives, it's like in between lives is this limitless potential. Like, what body will I be birthed into? What body will I become? And then there is the rebirth, and the body is chosen. And it's like there's still potential, but it's not that same limitless potential that existed before the choice was made. Why is the Magician here? Four of Pentacles, choosing worldly success, and Six of Wands, rising above that pain in the past, and the Tower. So the Tower, that energy, it's the environmental energy, but that's reversed, and it's exiting. That's not influencing you anymore. It just like felt a wave of exhaustion in that exiting energy. You're ready for this to exit. Like, please, let's move on. Dear God. All right, Three of Swords. This is the immediate future. You know, now that we're getting more clarification, certainly those two timelines exist as possibilities. But now I'm starting to think burying yourself in work to give your heart respite from the pain of this tower falling. What might be coming up is like you finally have the capacity to look at that heartbreak that happened in the past, to face it and to heal and integrate it as much as is possible at this moment in time. Let's see. We get the Devil and the Queen of Cups and the Fool. With the Seven of Wands and the Sun and the Emperor. Yeah, now with clarification, this person never left your heart, and it might have felt, their energy might have felt like an obsession, like a toxic energy, like you're trying so hard to put your attention elsewhere, and you could never let go of it completely, never cut cords completely, or you would do cord cuttings and the cords would regrow. This just, yeah, that's how I'm reading it. I'm like more like feeling the devil than articulating it, and I'm sorry for that. But perhaps it's in looking at the Three of Swords, this past Three of Swords, and like confronting it now in the immediate future, you're able to kind of see and name how it felt toxic. But then at the same time, I guess what's confusing is like, probably to you, is that there still is love, like real love. With just major intensity that makes it hard to understand, with an intensity that is beyond what's really accepted in our world these days. And through confronting this past betrayal and actually integrating it, you're able to have a new beginning. All right. Eight of Wands. Why is the Eight of Wands here? You're good with words. You are good at taking action. These are your strengths. You're not a couch potato. Clearly with that King of Wands energy, like possibly type A. Possibly the type of person who does not stop to celebrate their wins, but moves immediately to the next goal. Why is the Eight of Wands here? Tell me about the Eight of Wands, please. Two of Cups tried to come out. Oh, my stomach's growling. Come on. Sometimes I get impatient. Sorry about that. Well, if anybody understands impatience, it's a King of Wands. Come on. The Star, holding on to hope. Definitely, you know, I definitely got that from you. The Tower fell, and like, yes, there were feelings of sadness, but that's not where you decided to dwell. And then the Four of Cups. And I think that's just saying the same thing. It's like, yeah, you do sometimes feel disconnected, disappointed, but you keep taking action and you set yourself a goal to use as your North Star. And I guess this Four of Wands is coming out. You're telling me, yes, I do stop to celebrate my wins. You're wrong. Cool. Fair. I'm happy to be wrong about that. I am happy that you celebrate your wins. This is getting ridiculous. Not your story. My use of objects to hold cards down. Okay, tell me about the Tower reversed. Why is the Tower here? I'm very interested in what cards come out for this. Like, I think we've pinpointed why the Tower is there, but yeah, curious what the universe has to say. Come on. Ah. Four of Wands and the Magician and Justice. Underneath Justice we have Seven of Swords and Ten of Swords. Yeah, something ended. Just a really interesting layout of cards here with the Four of Wands. I think that's the this is the environmental energy. Like the Magician has not is exiting, but has not exited. Like you're still really putting out that manifesting energy because your vision is not here yet, but you're focused on it. And what I'm drawn to on this is just the center of the card, how like everything is focused to the very center, and that's your goal. And the Justice card to me is reading as like a cause and effect here. And that's something that's going to have to be discussed if you and this person discuss, if you do have a conversation and discuss this Three of Swords. It's gonna come up like, how did we end up here? And it's really very clear how you ended up here. Someone acted, it looks like someone acted, probably the other person, in some kind of misguided self-defense, self-sabotage this relationship, and it led to a major ending. And you decided to move on. So you're not the same person. I think that's what I'm getting from this reading. This person wants to come back, and it feels like the biggest obstacle right now is that you're not the same person you were when you left or they left. Things have changed, and that's justice showing up. All of this, no one can expect for all of this to happen and nothing to change. Okay, Five of Wands. Why is the Five of Wands here? Tell me about the Five of Wands. Now I'm still getting like a similar reading off of the Five of Wands. Was it all for nothing? But I'm also getting an additional fear. So not just for your business and your goals and like carving out something new, but also for this relationship. I feel like you like who you've become. You like the changes that you've made. You like that there's this, perhaps you used to be more in your feminine energy, like a little too much in your feminine energy, and you like this dose of the masculine that we see with the King of Coins and the King of Wands and the Emperor popping out. Like, you don't want to let this go, and maybe there's a little bit of fear that if you do choose to reconnect with this person, then you'll regress to the old version of yourself. And you don't want to lose everything that you gained through very great effort. We have the Sun and the King of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles and the Emperor and Temperance. Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups. You moved on. Right, you moved on from the 8 broken cups. We have the 9 cups on the table. 10 Temperance is balance. We have stability. Interesting that the Queen of Cups is here at the bottom of the deck, with the King of Cups down here. Sorry, King of Coins down here. The matching pair. You want to go towards this person. They represent love and happiness to you despite everything that happened. You want to go towards them. But you're afraid. Maybe at the end of things, maybe towards the end of this relationship, things devolved into conflict. Just like constant opposition, constant bickering. I'm just really struck by the body language in this card of like how self-protective this feminine energy is. And in order to open back up to this person, you're gonna have to open this energy back up. And that's scary because that's vulnerable. Yeah. Before doing anything with this other person, before communicating with this other person, you've got to communicate this with yourself and come to terms with yourself and acknowledge any self-protective defenses that you might have up. Okay. The moon. The moon is the outcome. Very interesting. So frustrating when the moon comes out as an outcome. It's like, I get it. It's a mystery. Why do you think I'm doing a tarot reading? To uncover the mystery. Okay. Actually, yeah, okay. The moon can also mean exactly what's going on here. Putting that feminine hurt energy into the shadow and then focusing more on that masculine make things happen energy. And so the outcome is going into the moon and looking at that pain, the things that were hidden away. Okay, actually, okay, fine, universe, you're right. The moon is the perfect card to put in the outcome. Tell me about the moon, please. Why is the moon here? Silly me, thinking I know better than the universe. Egg in my face, huh? Guess that doesn't mean that it's gonna be an easy shuffle. Why is the moon here? Tell me, tell me, tell me. Ace of Cups. Eight of Pentacles. Page of Wands. And the moon. Under the moon, Queen of Wands. The Empress. Ace of Pentacles. To see cups and pentacles side by side, it shows me that you do go on a journey of self-exploration to find that balance between the emotions and the resources, between like work and love. And maybe you do reconnect with this person, but you certainly find self-love. And continue putting in the work. You continue putting in the work towards your goal, so you're able to find love and satisfaction in your work life. And then, you know, Daughter of Wands showing up, continuing to be a free spirit, continuing to explore the world on your own terms. That is a really, really beautiful, beautiful reading. And so that being said, I'm not going to do the cards of advice from the universe because I don't think that that's needed. But I am going to end with an oracle. This is the Woodland Wardens Oracle by Jessica Rue. I absolutely adore the artwork on this deck. All right, give me one final card for this King of Wands. Give me one final card. I think I said, like, I didn't really feel like this reading was saying anything that you didn't already know. Just maybe giving confirmation. I'm definitely feeling that with, like, nope, no advice needed. You've got this. Really great energy to get back onto this channel with, so thank you for that. Okay, the Sheep and Blackberry Devotion. This is card 5. The Sheep and Blackberry calls us to focus on our commitments, whether they're to a partner, a job, a creative practice, or a spiritual tradition. Sheep are innocent and vulnerable and must be watched over and guided. Blackberries are symbols of protection with their large, brambling thorns. Their abundant fruit also symbolizes prosperity. Combining the energies of the two gives us a direction. Honor our promises, allowing them to fruit and flourish. And a question to ponder: how can I better care for my relationships, spiritual practices, or work? If you stuck around to the very end, thank you so much. I hope that you found a few nuggets of wisdom or reassurance or whatever it is that guided you here today. I hope that you found it. And I hope that our energies connect again in the future. Thanks. Bye.